So, let's use the toilet and shower. Nice. So we can look at the cat. Oh no. Does help if you press the right button. Okay. I can only talk to Dolman.
So this is a story I heard long ago. In a little port town, there's a custom that's been passed down for generations. Before a new ship makes its maiden voyage, the locals prepare a small paper boat. And upon this boat, they place paper sailors. Paper sailors who bear the names of real men, the names of the crew on the new ship preparing to depart. So, the paper boat is sent out to sea, and being paper, it sinks quickly, with all hands lost. But this is for the best. You see, the paper boat and sailors take the place of their namesakes, sparing the real crew misfortune and ensuring that the ship returns to shore safe and sound. I should mention, by the way, that we observed this custom before launching the DHV Magellan. Better safe than sorry, right? In any case, this is what they had always done for every new ship in the little port town, and what they would do for the next. The first ship to be built there in quite some time, in fact. So, on this joyous occasion, everyone gathered to watch as the paper boat and its paper sailors sank into the sea. And the next morning, the real ship set sail. A few days passed, and then the ship returned. To a man, the crew's faces were all portraits of grief. Why so forlorn, the people asked. The sailor answered by simply pointing at a black mass upon the deck. The armless, legless, blood-soaked corpse of the ship's captain. He had been swept overboard by a massive wave and torn apart by a ravenous shark. And after they pulled what remained of him onto the deck, they found, hidden in his jacket pocket, an armless, legless paper sailor. Someone had hated the captain with a passion. Now that I think about it, I recall seeing something on your door just now. Something made of paper. Yes, a little paper figure with Sam written on it.
Okay. Didn't expect that. Gonna have to have all 3 drinks. Because we was burning the midnight oil. We eat one of them. Okay, now we go over to here. So we can recycle that. And we can fabricate Ooh. So that means I could add another one of those. Yeah, that works. Now it's starting to look like a proton pack. Let's talk to you.
Oh boy, I really miss the taste of food. You're a kind man, willing to pay so much attention to a doll like me.
Well, that's him used up. Let's have a wash of the face. Right, so let's go to the surface. Next thing I need, some of my tools. Let's see. Yep. Grenade pistol. Don't need smoke grenades. Repair container. Those are attached to suits. Oh, I can have another blood. Oh, yeah, of course. Got a blood grenade. Nope. Okay. Okay, so what's shotgun MP level 1, level 2. Yep, that's pretty much what I need. You can go there. You can go there. That can be done. Both of those are near empty. So all that can be recycled. Because they're old hat anyway. Everything else is kind of good. Yeah, we're kind of good to go. A lot of footprints.
Heat levels tolerably tolerable. Please take care.
Ba, ba, ba. Right, let's do this. Um, 70. No. Standard contract cap boost increases the total number of Strand contracts can form. Okay, and you are battery efficiency. That's interesting. Over here we have proximity scanner and yeah, that could be cool. It's the glasses again.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Right. Let's get it going.
Safety first.
So which way is going to be best? Using the bridge that we built.
Hydration recommended.
Be safe out there.
Ba-ba. Yep, that's going to be the bridge that I use. The only thing I find myself wondering is one ladder going to be enough? Well, at least we're out of the trudgy sounding stuff. Got a timeful shelter, which is pretty nice. But we're going to have to go through a BT location. It's obvious. Ooh, we got something for Rainbow Valley, though. We got two things for Rainbow Valley. Yeah, you can just see the strands coming down. Not going to be long till it gets all freaky deaky and red. Ah, repair materials. So let's grab you. Yep, there we go. There's phase one. So let's head this direction. Grab whatever was over here. And my plan is to give everything a really wide berth. So with that in mind, I'm gonna follow the coast. Well, the river. Because I doubt that they're going to put them in such a pain in the arse location. Oh, lollipops. I have a funny feeling we're going to... Oh, there's him. That's okay. He can be over there. I don't mind. Because I don't need to actually go in there. I can definitely see a couple of aid requests wanting me to go in there. Anthropology textbook. Okay. Well, this is encouraging, because that is close to my destination. There is a lot of stuff about. Let's see what's going to be the best way of getting up here. Probably round to the left. Oh, that's a worrying sound. Okay, that's a copyrighted music. That's not going to be in the stream VOD. So where are we going exactly? Almost there. I suppose I could grab them, they're kind of on the way. Should be good. Or not, because they look like they're in a pig of a location. Though, not overly a pain in the ass.
Good day, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
So we should be able to just grab this. Then we head over here. Nothing else, no low-hanging fruit. Nope, I want that. Okay. Now we point forwards. Okay. Oh, only 5. So, let's handle this in. We have new people.
Hold on a minute. Are you Sam? And does this mean the drawbridge has finally come to the valley? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you could make it. It's an honor to welcome you here. Wow, just... wow. It doesn't get any better. Of all the things you could have brought us, where did you even find this? Thank you, Sam. We'll be hoping to see more of you in the future. The next step involves the Cupid, yeah? Okay then, let's do this.
A tar cannon. Device apparently is used to extinguish fires by dousing them with a jet of contaminated tar. Also knock back humans unconscious and suppress smaller enemies. Huh. Why would I want that?
Now displaying your current porter grade.
The connection looks strong and steady to me. That cargo you brought along is going to make a world of difference, too. It'll allow us to proceed with our terraforming initiative. Hopefully, no more towns will have to suffer the fate of the one down below us. Oh, we've shared our tar cannon data with everyone, by the way. I suspect you'll find it useful in your own work. Try it out. See if it suits your needs.
Town below?
You probably passed the town I mentioned on your way up here. At a glance, it might have looked like nothing more than a cluster of massive boulders. But those were once buildings. Places where people used to live. As the desert kept creeping closer, the town was abandoned overnight. They'd been forced to evacuate. The few who were left behind became BTs. Still, at least the exodus went to plan. There are no void-outs at any rate.
Terraforming initiative?
This region was once filled with lush vegetation, over which birds soared and serenaded, until all that beautiful life fell prey to sudden desertification. We swore to do everything in our power to bring back what was lost. Around the time we got started, the APAC people showed up. With their help, we've been able to achieve a modest measure of success. But moving forward, we have to find a way to nurture and protect what little we have on our own.
and tar cannons.
Tar cannons are invaluable pieces of equipment that we use to combat forest fires. Now, while fires are a common occurrence in this region, water is a precious resource. So these cannons were developed as extinguishers that utilize the tar contained within the earth itself. They leverage the tar's viscosity, making them one of the most effective methods of combating fire we have. When deployed on the ground, they can both extract and discharge tar simultaneously. You can pick up the cannon and use it on the go as well, but you'll be unable to refill its tar reservoir while doing so. If you find yourself caught in a wildfire, you'll need to figure out when to shoot and when to move in order to make it out alive. Thanks for everything, Sam. You and Drawbridge have helped ensure that these lands will one day be filled with life again, however long it takes. In particular, that comrade of yours has performed absolute miracles for us. If you're looking to link up with them, you'll find them in the ravine on the other side of the river, directly opposite this shelter. Come back and visit anytime.
I'm guessing.
Time to meet up with our comrade. Let's see. They should be around here somewhere.
Over there. Oh, fantastic. There's a bridge. Oh, no. Well, what I'm gonna do is just drop off. No, screw it. Let's see what happens. It's only here. And here we come.
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun, and I said I didn't like the way he got things done. Sleeping on the job, those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me. The raindrops falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Crying is not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me.
Wow, that was a big star.
I really couldn't say. I certainly haven't ever seen her dance like that before.
It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me.
But that implies you've seen them before.
Go on, Sam. Follow her into that facility.
Okay, let's do that. Guess we're going in.
Thanks for coming, Sam. I'm sorry about just now. I didn't know who you were at first.
You're the picture of health, Rainey.
You too, little man.
You had some kind of a trick for dealing with timefall?
Rainey, it's been too long.
Fragile.
Can't wait to see you again.
What are we waiting for, Sam? Let's head to the DHV Magellan. Fragile. Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet the old-fashioned way. Carograms are great, but nothing beats a hug. Well, I'm sure you already know. This is Rainey. She's a good friend of the cause.
It really is a pleasure to meet you, Sam.
Nice to meet you too.
Glad to see you in good health.
And it's so good to see you all again.
Okay, now we can pet the cat.
Charlie here. You may now undertake your next assignment. You can find the relevant main order by accessing the delivery terminal in Rainbow Valley.
So, look at cat. That's it. Okay, let's see if you got any words of wisdom.
You slept well, yes? Then you'll only need a short break before we can get to work. I was glad to see Rainey in such high spirits. She's grown so bright and energetic, almost unrecognizable from our first meeting. A pity that her child shows no similar signs of development.
Not the only person to have that problem.
Rainey used to be much more quiet and withdrawn. She seemed averse to spending time with people. Dolls, too. It was singing and dancing that got her to open up. I'm something of a performer myself, though I've never showed anyone.
You showed me.
The Rainbow Valley greenhouses are the product of our researchers' hard work. And thanks to you and me, those invaluable structures will endure for a good while yet. Why don't you try freshening up with a shower?
Okay. Right, so that's that. Let's examine you. Up to full. Let's eat that. Haven't done this in a while.
Certain parallels can be drawn between Captain Ahab's pursuit and the Prometheus myth. Prometheus is a deity said to have stolen fire from the heavens in order to give it to humans. In essence, he bestowed upon them the power of the gods themselves. This power manifested as technology. Humans crafted tools, and with them brought nature to heal and built great civilizations. Perhaps the author intended to frame Ahab's pursuit of the white whale as one akin to mankind's struggle against the forces of nature. We ourselves are arguably living out our own Prometheus myth as we fight to overcome the Death Stranding. No, we definitely are. And we're not about to lose.
Okay. Let's wash face. And go to surface. I think I can put the shotgun away. Might as well recycle that. And I need a replacement. There we go. So the next quest, story beat, it's over there. So let's go and have a look what they want us to do.
You to recover an escaped kangaroo, the subject of an important experiment. Seems the bushland area it hopped off to is one where the chiral density is extremely high, meaning you'll need to get it back to the animal shelter ASAP to ensure its safety. This is a ticking clock situation, Sam. I'll brief you on the details while you review your map. Accept the main order from this delivery terminal when you're ready to get underway.
Okay.
Hey Sam, Charlie here. Since this is your first order involving the capture and preservation of animals, allow me to provide additional information. The kangaroo you're looking for is somewhere in this area. Once you've arrived, use your Odra deck to begin searching for the creature. You can transport the kangaroo in your standard issue animal carrier. No need to fabricate anything unique. Get close enough to the kangaroo and deploy the carrier to capture it. It will be a bulky piece of cargo, but you should be able to carry it on your back like any other container. However, you will need to traverse some heavily wooded mountains as well as rivers and uneven terrain. Bear this in mind when considering what equipment to take with you. All right, time to proceed with route planning and final preparations.
I just want to...
Commencing route creation.
Delivery route finalized.
Okay, so carry on back. So we'll probably do that. What's the new thing? Oh, the tar cannon.
Order accepted. Thank you. Can't wait.
Okay, so we've got half an hour limit.
What in the world?
We have a situation, Sam. I'm tracking a fresh bushfire near the injured kangaroo's location. Clock's ticking. Secure the poor little bugger ASAP and bring the shelter onto the chiral network. Once the DHV Magellan can join you on site, we'll see what we can do about that fire.
How about over here? Yep, that'll do. Ba ba da da ba da ba. Ooh, fire. Whale.
Look out, Sam! Fire! We need to get away from here as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I'm working on it. That's why I'm using my legs. Oof.
Hey, Sam,
There you are.
see the kangaroo. Get close enough to put it in an animal carrier for transport.
Well, that's new.
Time to make our getaway.
We got this.
This was marked as a dangerous location on your map, Sam. We could get trapped here by the bushfire. Let's keep moving to ensure that doesn't happen.
Okay. Ooh. It's in my direct line of path. So is this. Which way? Straight ahead. Okay, we can got this.
Still not sure how we survived that. Anyway, we have a Cupid to connect, right?
We have target. So there's flooding and there's bushfires.
Good morning, Chief. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery.
Come on.
Process your orders and requests.
Right.
must be Sam. We've heard all about you from your friends at Drawbridge. Go ahead and connect us to the chiral network.
Decoy holo grenade. Grenade that produces decoy hologram to draw. Okay, so it's kind of like Metal Gear Solid 5 again.
Thank you, Sam. Don't worry about the fire. Rainey will put it out for us.
Tell me though, who is she exactly?
It's been about 6 months now, since I first heard about the girl who brought the rain.
Whenever I stepped outside, the timefall came. There was nothing that I could do to make it stop. And they hated me for it. Including my parents, who told me to leave. I was the witch who brought the timefall. A monster to be locked up in a cage. A few even tried to burn me alive. The most dedicated witch hunters. I struck out on my own. I was alone for so long. In desperation, I enrolled in a special UCA program. Hoping to find purpose as a mother.
Hi there. You're safe.
But even after I got pregnant, I still couldn't find anyone willing to take me in.
I'm sorry.
No.
We need to leave right now.
Please.
God, get out of here!
No one wanted anything to do with me. All they saw was a witch, to be hated and feared. Until that day. I'm so sorry.
Hey there. You're Rainey, aren't you?
Who's asking?
Someone who's been looking for you. For you and your power.
You want my power? Why?
You're a pharmacon. Medicine that can harm, poison that can heal. It's all in how you use it. Want to come work for me? I believe you can save the world.
You do?
There are things only you can accomplish.
Only me. Really?
Really. My name's Fragile. And I'm happy we could finally meet. I'm here for you. For both of you. I'll be your umbrella. And together we'll show the world the hope in your reign. Come on. We wouldn't want the baby to catch a cold. Come on.
Drawbridge is even more amazing than we'd heard. Thanks to everything you've done for us, the animals are unharmed and the facilities are holding up just fine. It's a wonderful relief. Anyway, I'll check your orders now.
Awesome.
Seems to be in fine spirits. You took good care of it, I can tell.
Song. Another song.
I still struggle to believe you've done so much for us. How do you do it? I hope you'll continue to work with us.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
The kangaroo you rescued seems to be alright, thank goodness. Oh, she's so very special to us, and we're relieved to have her back in one piece. Once she's had a bit more time to recuperate, we'll move her to the reserve next door where you can visit anytime you like. By the way, we've uploaded our decoy hologrenade data to the network. You can trigger it remotely once thrown, creating a distraction that'll lure enemies away. It might just save your life if you run afoul of any troublemakers.
Yeah, what's so special about the kangaroo?
Well, we first found her in an area with high concentrations of chiralium. How wild animals are affected by prolonged exposure is something we still don't understand completely. But it's thought this may be a key factor in how chiral creatures come into existence. So, you can see why our wee girl would be an invaluable research subject.
And the reserve?
It's where we look after the animals in our care. The vegetation around here didn't die out like elsewhere, and we still have a reliable water supply. After we screen each animal in our underground facilities, we release them into the reserve and monitor their health over time. When that kangaroo you rescued is strong enough, we'll move her up top where she'll be able to stretch her legs. That being said, changes in the environment can have a profound impact on many species, causing never-before-seen creatures to appear, throwing the ecosystem into chaos. Which is why we strive to preserve native animals here for future generations. Cheers, Sam. You've really helped us out. At this rate, we're poised to lose so many native species that predate the Death Stranding. And once they're gone, there's no getting them back. Between the bushfires caused by chiral cinders and animals behaving strangely and getting hurt, it's been pretty bad. But I've heard that these environmental anomalies might be resolved once and for all when Australia is fully linked up. So I've got high expectations for you and your friends. Speaking of which, how would you feel about assisting us with our preservation efforts? It'd be a simple matter of capturing any wild animals you see out on their own and bringing them to us. Even a few would make a real difference. Give it some thought, eh?
Well done, Sam. Return to the DHV Magellan and report to the bridge. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about Rainey and her talents.
Order completed. Well done.
So, it would appear we just found out how Fragile got de-wrinkled.
Thanks for stopping by.
It would be Rainey. Is this the place that they're on about constantly? Oh. Okay, that's a problem. Give me a moment. Battery on the controller died. Ooh. Oh, is that the reserve? That's another mechanic from Metal Gear Solid 5. Rescuing animals.
Disengaging weapons restrictions. Take care, Sam.
This doesn't have a way in, it appears. Okay. Let's head this way. Like.
Yo, we appreciate it.
The animal shelter provides care for vulnerable and isolated creatures.
Let's get this done, shall we?
Please secure the lane to the shelter facility or any nearby facility. Your assistance with this is greatly appreciated.
When she's outside, Rainey's constantly surrounded by timefall. But within a 1.5-meter radius of her body, a different kind of precipitation is observed. We call it core fall. Anything it touches is restored to an earlier state. In other words, it has the power to heal and repair, to counteract timefall's effects. Sadly, people only see the timefall, and not the remarkable woman standing in the eye of the storm. Still no signs of growth?
I should be due any day now. If things were normal, that is. But the baby's still stuck at 7 months.
She has still baby syndrome. Have you ever heard of it?
I met a few preppers in Mexico that had something like that.
They're not isolated cases. It seems to be happening everywhere. Though who knows if it's a syndrome or a symptom of something else.
Simply put, the fetus stops growing at about 7 months. To be clear, it doesn't die, but it no longer moves, as if it's frozen in time. Several treatments, including C-sections, have been attempted. Unfortunately, removal from the womb invariably results in death. And while not all pregnancies are affected, it's yet another contributing factor to the already low birth rate. The Genetic Diversity Conservation Initiative just isn't enough to compensate.
You got any idea what's causing it?
There's speculation that it's due to an imbalance in the beach itself. I'm sure it's been explained to you before that countless individual beaches exist, a multiverse of beaches, so to speak, and that they are all governed by an upper beach on a higher plane. Expansion of the chiral network to cover the whole UCA may have inadvertently disrupted the link to that beach. Or so they think.
BB units were also 7-month-old fetuses. So it's not hard to believe that the beach might very well influence the unborn.
While I can offer you no concrete answer, I can state that the plan to extend the chiral network into the Australian continent, to take it worldwide, is also intended to help restore balance to the aforementioned upper beach. And in doing so, it is possible that we may resolve the issue of still baby syndrome.